BustedDpad.com presents Crysis 2 Supersoldier difficulty walkthrough. This is Power Out. So the level starts you off with a, I believe that's the Grendel. It's a burst fire weapon. It's actually pretty good. So you're stuck here in Times Square, and you have to take out a lot of Ceph, and then take out a pinger. So this is a pretty boring level. There's absolutely no stealth involved in this sequence. It's all taking out Ceph. Now this is a really good level to get some more hand catalysts. You get about 2,000 for the pinger. I want to say it's about 500 for that heavy, and 200 or 300 for the smaller guy. Now this weapon does come equipped with a grenade launcher, so do take advantage of that. Also, you do get a number of Marines here. Use them to your advantage at the beginning, but don't expect them to survive very long. Now, your tactical options here. First, I'll pick up these jaws, because we're going to need them for the pinger. There's an area inside the military recruiting station, which is a real place in the real Times Square. There's C4 and I believe a jaw in there. There's also one of the tactical options is to use the heavy machine gun up on the ridge to the left. But there's also one pretty much directly where I'm firing right now, and either of those can be ripped off or used where they're mounted, and they're pretty effective. Now for the secondary weapon, the dead Marines, one of them will probably drop the MK60, the light machine gun. I recommend eventually picking up one of those just because of how accurate you can be and how much damage they do to the Ceph, because there's so many of them. And it affords you the ability to shoot a lot of rounds without having to reload. Now as you can see, the Marines, they're falling little by little. They're really not going to last too long, and you're going to have to do most of the fighting by yourself, unfortunately. The Ceph like to take cover in this building over here, so if you have a grenade launcher or grenades, throw them in there. It's a good place to trap them and get some easy kills. Now, of course, this sequence will be a lot easier if you're playing normally, because you can carry over your weapons from level to level. So if you have a sniper rifle here, they'll make the sequence a lot easier. But I'm picking these levels from the level select menu, and it pretty much gives you whatever the game has programmed in as your starting weapons. So it makes the game a little bit harder. But again, if you have your win weapons from a lot earlier on in the game, you'll still have them now. So this is a fact of life, is being rushed by the Ceph. Now, if you're being rushed by one, what you can do is, if you have enough energy, is hold your use key and grab them, and then throw them. It's an instant kill. You can do that on soldiers too. There's an achievement and trophy for it. The only problem is once you do the throw, you will have no energy, and you'll be susceptible to a really easy kill. So eventually, once all this Ceph are dead, come and explore this area here. This is where the jaw is, and this is where the C4 is. Now before the pinger comes in, or at the same time as the pinger, a number of Ceph are going to spawn with it, and you really need to be careful of them, because they will rush you and hit you with an attack that'll knock you on your ass, and that'll pretty much make you susceptible to any attack from the pinger. Including its EMP shockwave, which knocks your energy out, and then it's pretty much just a one-hit kill and you're dead. So I recommend using the the recruiting station as cover. There's a number of things that you can do and a number of places you can stay. I find that this is probably not the easiest, but the best place to stay. Just because I'm going to be using a number of C4s to take the pinger out. But the close proximity of the pinger is going to make this pretty dangerous. So you're going to have to take these guys out before the pinger actually shows up. Which does make this a little more interesting than it needs to be.
You know what to do. Buy us some time.
I'm looking for the grenade launcher gun. I think I dropped it. Alright, so anyway, eventually the pinger will spawn in, head back to the military recruitment station is not that. That's a police station. Again, a real place. So the first time we fought a pinger, I showed you a way to take him out. This actually got pretty interesting here. Was not anticipating this happening and getting rushed. So what I did the first time I took out the pinger, the very first one, was to hit him with rockets and then hit him with the C4. But this time I actually recommend doing it in the reverse order, just because if you're using the strategy that I'm using, you're going to spend a lot of time up close to him. So if you use the C4 first, that'll do a ton of damage. And then you can hit him with rockets from a distance. Just don't do what I did. That was really stupid. I went out there with no energy. So much like every pinger fight that there ever was, eventually you do enough damage to it, it'll die. And then your guys are going to show up, and you have to follow them, and then a scripted event is going to take over, where you end up in a helicopter, and the helicopter crashes and stuff, and then you have to walk inside one of the spires. It's really easy. It's not going to be included in this video because it's really self-explanatory. You really don't have to do much. So once the pinger's dead, make sure you pick up all the hand catalysts that you can, and I'll see you in the next level.
Fall back to the gate. Let's go, people! We're out of here. Let's go. Let's go!